So the other day I was wandering around Macys and it was during the Macys sale and I saw that there was a few new releases. The Boss Bottled Parfum and then this, which was Eternity Parfum. I was walking around and they didn't have a full bottle of it. They just had the tester out. They didn't have anything to buy. And so they did have some of these samples and they let me try it out. So with that said, I wanted to give you guys my first impressions here of the Eternity Parfum, what you pull from it, if it's worth a pickup at full retail, which Eternities usually are not. But with that said, we're gonna do my first impressions here. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, my great smelling dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video and another fresh release in the 2022 men's fragrance community by Calvin Klein. This is Eternity for Men Parfum. So I didn't know much about this except for a picture on iFragrance. I didn't know when it was going to be released. I was at Macys looking around at the Macys sale and they had a tester sitting out in which I sprayed it on my hand. So this is technically not my first impression, but it's the first time I'm doing it while picking out notes and all that. With that said, they didn't have any bottles to buy. They did have this little tester, which they gave me, which I just sprayed on my hand. I don't even need to give you a full note breakdown. It's just 3 notes. There's lavender, there's vanilla, and there's rum. And the rum is kind of just like a background nuance that you can hardly pick out. I can pick it out at some points in time, but to the normal nose, they won't be able to pick it out as a booziness. With that said, when I first sprayed it on in the store, I actually quite liked it because it was like, oh yeah, this is a nice sweet vanilla fragrance with a touch of lavender. It's intimate, it's nothing special, but it's good for an eternity. I was kind of shocked. Before I do give you my full thing, just please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and comment below. Let me know if you've tried this out. Also, let me know what your thoughts on Eternity as a whole is. For me, I told you guys my dad wore Eternity when I was growing up. That kind of put it in the trash for me. And I have still tried out a lot of Eternities. I've pretty much not liked every Eternity. And any time that Eternity is released, I will never buy a full bottle until it goes on discounters because they usually become like $20, $25 in a matter of like 3 months. The one that I did like this year, it still was kind of soft, which was Eternity Summer Daze. It is $24 right now. Right now, with that said, it was a soft, fresh, clean fragrance with a little bit of this Calypso and watermelon vibe in it, which was kind of nice. With that said, this one is a bit different. So I'll tell you what I get from it now. When you first spray it on, within the first 15 seconds, it's a very rough, in-your-face lavender that is kind of scratchy, synthetic. It's really rough for the first 30 seconds. So don't go based on that. With that said, that booziness is in the background. The only thing different about this fragrance from the opening all the way through the dry down is you do get a bit of aromatics in there, but this whole fragrance is super synthetic. It's a fall and winter fragrance, although you could wear it in the spring and summer just to get it out of the way. I will also get out of the way the performance here. For a parfum, it is nothing crazy. It does project okay, a little bit above average for the first 2 to 3 hours, and it only lasts about 4 to 5 hours. Once it becomes a skin scent, it's almost completely gone. The first time I sprayed it on, I was like, ooh, this is a nice, just like intimate vanilla sweet fragrance with a touch of lavender. And honestly, my opinions have slightly changed now that I'm smelling it on my hand because it's really synthetic. That lavender is just kind of still scratchy to me. And I was coming into this video thinking I was going to tell you that I really like this as an Eternity. It was probably my favorite Eternity, but I still think that I like Eternity Summer Daze better than this. Even the Eau de Parfum I think I like better. You get lavender, which is very synthetic, and then you get these aromatics, which seem very synthetic, and then you get this sweet vanilla. Once you get to about 2 to 3 hours into the fragrance, it's more of just a sweet vanilla fragrance. It's intimate, it's nice, it's sweet, but it's all around synthetic. I'm not that huge of a fan of the fragrance. Now that I'm smelling it and I'm smelling it and I'm smelling it, it's not something I would ever buy. Even when it gets on discounters, I don't think I would buy it. I'm not huge into this at all. I do like vanilla fragrances, but I can tell you, this fragrance reminds me of no other Eternities, but it does remind me of about 100 other cheap fragrances that you would find at Nordstrom Rack or Burlington or TJ Maxx, For instance, it has subtle hints of 1861 Los Angeles by Guess. As it dries down, it does get a little bit better, but I would still give this fragrance probably a 6.5 or a 7. It's nothing special. It's very synthetic. It's pretty much what I expected a fall and winter Eternity to be. That's really it. I wish I could give you guys more, and I wish that I would like this. But my first impression when I first sprayed it on was that I did like it. Now it has completely changed. There's this lavender weird aromaticness with that vanilla that is good. And again, once it dissipates and that vanilla comes in, I do like it more. But at that point in time, it's pretty much a skin scent, and it's nothing to write home about at all. But again, let me know in the comments if you've tried this before. I'm still going to wear through this entire tester, let you guys know exactly what I think. But overall, it's just an odd lavender aromatic version of the Eternity line with this nice creamy vanilla, but it's overtaken by this weirdness. I can't really explain the weirdness. It's like this thick greenness on top of the vanilla that doesn't really make sense and doesn't mesh well. Overall, it's an okay fragrance. It's nothing that you would want to wear. It's not you're going to get you compliments. I have had my wife smell it when we were at the store. She didn't like it that much. I said I liked it at the store. She said she did not. So with that said, again, I will be back in about a week to let you know my full thoughts on the fragrance, but just based on first impressions, it's definitely not worth a pickup. It's just another Eternity. If you do like Eternities, obviously go try it out, but compared to other ones, it's just not as good. But thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, I'll be back with another one. Peace.